everyone. I'm Pat Cosentino, Superintendent of Region 12. I'm here today with Mrs. Kim Gallo, the principal of Chippewa Valley School. We're here to give the community and all of our viewers out there just a review of where we are so far with the AgSTEM Academy, also known as the Chippewa Valley
Regional
AgriScience STEM Academy. We're very, very excited. We don't have all the answers today, but we do want to give you some information so that this way you are able to be an informed consumer out there and can spread the word. Kim, let's just first start, before I go into timelines and stuff, talk about why this is good for Chippewa and the students here.
AgriScience programs are wonderful for kids. They allow students to do things in the sciences, the engineering, math, in a very real-world relevant way. Mm-hmm. It's one thing to study a Punnett square that tells you if mom has blue eyes and dad has brown eyes, then your kids are going to have this color eyes. That's one thing. When you start looking at actual animal production at Arethusa Farm, mm-hmm. which is a farm that we would work with, and you see how they make decisions about breeding to make more money, to make more production, to have a better product, you don't forget that lesson in science. When you begin to grow your own plants and you have a Mother's Day sale, and then you use that money to generate income to branch off and do something else, mm-hmm. provide flowers for weddings, go to a golf course and analyze the grass, the turf, high-level things that students can participate in, you don't forget that lesson forever.
Exactly. It also, both of us were high school principals, mm-hmm. you still are. Mm-hmm. I think one of our main goals of being a high school principal is preparing kids for life after high school. Mm-hmm. And what this program does, it allows students to really tinker in different areas, hopefully find a passion, mm-hmm. sometimes realize this is not what I want to do, so it can go either way, mm-hmm. but really understand when they leave that mm-hmm. they are either going to go to college for something they're interested in, whether it's vet science, bio, STEM, mathematics, whatever it is, mm-hmm. food production, or I'm going to go right to work.
That's
because
right.
I now have skills.
That's right. I recall a student in a former district who took part in an ag program, loved art, and also loved animals. Mm-hmm. Went to school thinking, I'm probably going to be a veterinarian. By the time she left school, she realized that what she really liked to do was to study animals intensively and then illustrate that. She now is an illustrator for medical books.
Wow.
I mean, an incredible career.
Wonderful.
That she may not have thought of.
Right.
I mean, I hear about that and I say, oh, sure, of course somebody has to draw those pictures. But they're wonderful careers. I was reading about marine architects, people who study water systems and what can we do, what can we build, what can we do to make that water system better.
Sure.
These are part of ag programs.
Right. And this is part of the future. I mean, for those of us who watch the news and see what's going on in the West mm-hmm. with the droughts and the forest fires and, mm-hmm. and you know, is water safe? You know, all of these things, someone in the next generation has to deal with these problems.
That's right.
And our kids are going to be on the forefront. So we're very mm-hmm. excited about that. So let's just give everybody a little timeline. Okay. I'll start. The AgriScience STEM Academy has been approved by the legislature. It has been approved by the governor. The program has been approved by the State Board of Education.
That's right.
There was a condition there that people got a little nervous about. Mm-hmm. We both went in August to the meeting of the State Commission. It's the State Board of Education, yes. and the commissioner was there. And the condition stated that the referendum, which is tentatively planned for November 10th, right. must pass in each town.
Right.
At that meeting, I let them know that that was a mistake.
Right.
And it's a mistake because this has to do with the funds for Chapag and doesn't change the regionalization plan.
No, of course.
This is a curriculum change.
That's right.
This is the same thing as if when we brought in virtual high school and when we brought in the Academy of Digital Arts and Sciences. It's
That's right.
an enhanced curriculum. But when the board put all of the work together, because they did it so fast and they met in a special session just for us,
That's right.
that got in there. And so we brought it to their attention. Our attorney and the state attorney met and realized it was a mistake. And so yesterday, you went to the Board of Education meeting, and that was changed in the consent calendar.
It was unanimous vote.
Unanimous vote. So I want to just make it clear out there to everybody that when we have the vote, it has to pass by a majority in all 3 towns. We are hoping it passes in each town.
Of course.
Because we believe that this is great for the communities and great for Chapag and our students. Correct?
Oh, we sure do.
Okay. So where we are now is one big hurdle. On October 5th, there will be an official public hearing,
Right.
and that's when any community member or anyone can come and learn about all the different parts in the official way. Our attorneys will be there, bond counsel will be there, the architects will be there. And that's the night that hopefully the Board of Education will send it to the towns for a referendum on November 10th. Up until this point, we have been dealing with Castle Booz, who is the architect. Now, the architect has sent us some renderings about the building. We have many renderings, but we today want to just share 2. And the first one, hopefully it'll come up, is really just sketch drawings of the front of the building, the
Right.
new building.
Right.
And the new building, and you'll see it on the next drawing, but not yet, the new building is really at the north side of Chapag. So when you come up the hill, you'll see the new building. But you can see there just a beautiful rendition of Chapag and the new Agri-Science STEM Academy. So we're really excited about that. You can see there 3 greenhouses and the landscape and all of those things. So that's exciting, right?
It sure is. What I love about the flyover view, which is the second view,
Yes.
and that will also come up. The flyover view, just like you say, is as though you are flying over the campus. What I like about that is you can see what great use we've made of the space.
Exactly.
More parking in the front.
Exactly.
Moving the tennis courts over to previously unused land
Right.
on
to
our
the
campus.
south side of the building.
To the south side of the building. Really looking at the campus as a campus and making use of every bit of available space.
Exactly.
I think that will be very attractive to taxpayers.
Absolutely. I think so too. And you'll see in the plan also, and this, as I said, it's just a first meeting just to give you some information before Labor Day. We are adding a Equine Center, which is going to be state-of-the-art,
Right.
with a riding rink and a paddock.
That's right.
We have a small animal building, which will house
Goats,
dogs.
what we often call pocket pets, ferrets, chickens, little things
Little things.
that are part of the growth cycle that students study.
We will have 3 greenhouses. We'll have an aquaculture center. We'll have biotech classrooms. So we really have a whole sales area where kids can then sell the plants they're growing.
That's right.
And
That's
the
right.
fish and everything else. We also, as part of the plan, are adding 5 new renovated science labs
Yes.
that already exist in the building. And I don't want that to get lost
Right.
in the fluff
Right.
because that's really important to us because our science labs have not been renovated since the building was built in 1970.
The way that I make it very clear to parents and students is that our science labs were created when I was in junior high school.
There you go.
The middle school concept didn't exist yet. And I
Exactly.
asked them, do you think science has changed since I grew up?
Exactly. So that's also part of the project. So right now, just for people who are looking for costs. And this is, again, all estimates. Castle Booze gave us an estimate of costs for $39,500,000. So it's $39.5 million. That's the total cost of the total project, including the science labs.
Right.
Now, we're expecting a large part of that to be reimbursed by the state.
That's right.
The part that is in the agri-science area, hopefully we'll have reimbursement of 80%.
That's right.
The part in the science area, we're hoping anywhere between 25 and 30% reimbursement. That's going to be coming in the next week. And once we have all of those numbers, we will be back and we will share them.
Right.
At that point, once the numbers are complete, then they go to Bonds Council. And Bonds Council works with our Office of Finance at Central Office to really look at the bonding schedule.
Right.
And how is it the best way to move this project forward for the 3 towns. So that's kind of where we are with the money. I want people to know that we're really on, as you called it, the Ag Roadshow. So we have meetings all over the place. And we're going to be in Roxbury next Tuesday night. We're going to hit the Rotary, the Lions, some senior centers.
Right. Town meetings.
Town meetings. You are going to be with the kids on the tractor parades in Roxbury and in Bridgewater. And we're really trying to get out there, get to the farmers markets. But I want people to just have a little information. Number one, we are trying to update our website at least every other day to give you some information. So there is information there, the drawings are there, the estimated costs are there, etc. You could always visit our website, www.region-12.org. You could always call. You could always call Mrs. Gallo. You can call my office. We'll be happy to meet with you. We also are happy to come if you want to have a group of friends over, whether it's for coffee or cocktails. We'll be happy to come over one evening. Really, we need about an hour just to kind of give you the little spiel and answer questions. We're happy to do that. Have I left anything out?
I don't think so. We're also going to be at every open house.
That's exactly right.
So that parents will get multiple exposures to this information.
Right. And we'll have a video that Karen Files has worked on what ag science really is in Connecticut. So we're excited about that. The school is hopefully will open August 2018. In August of 2017, the current middle school kids will have a little exposure, correct?
That's right. What we're doing is, right now, we're beginning the process of planning curriculum development.
Right.
And what we'll plan first is for the middle school students.
Right.
Is to include this as part of their exploratory program, which will be a lot of fun for a lot of the students. And it will also give them a very educated view of what this major, as it were, in high school looks like, so that they can decide whether they'd like to be a part of the program or if perhaps they'd like to take an elective or two while they're in high school.
Exactly. So yes, so probably in the school year 17-18, things will really get moving, and kids will have an opportunity to participate and see if they want to apply. Let's just let people know how you apply. Say I'm a student in either Chapag or one of the surrounding towns that will go to us. What's the application process?
Sure. It starts the year before, like it does for any student entering high school, with visits from people from the agri-science program, going out to each of the areas that we serve and speaking to all 8th graders.
Right.
Not just students who raise their hand or who go to this assembly. Expose everyone, because not everyone realizes the extent of AgSTEM. And so we want to educate all of the students about that. At that point, student decides to apply. There is an application process. Grades and test results and all that transcript stuff that happens when you go to college, that gets put together by the school counselor. Students also are required to get one recommendation from a teacher at their school and one recommendation from someone in the community that understands that they have this interest in some area of AgSTEM. The student also provides record of attendance and discipline, so on and so forth. So a whole profile of that student is considered. When I was at another system as an administrator that had an ag program, what I would do as a part of a committee, we each read every single application and we scored them in each of the different areas.
Right.
Interest in AgSTEM, scholastic ability, the strength of the interview that happens between the AgSTEM director and the student, the essay that the student, he or she, writes themselves about why they'd like to be a student, and the strength of their recommendation letters. So all 5 of those areas are scored independently. I think our committee had about 5 people on it.
Okay.
And then it went solely by score. So we looked at the whole profile of each student and took the ones that got the best scores. So it's a very competitive process. Every year there was a waiting list, and we hope that, we know that we're going to get that sort of interest. The towns are currently being served by Region 14, literally to make our program be productive and be worth it financially. We literally have to get 2 to 3 more students from each of those towns.
Exactly.
And I mean, I don't know about you, but I can imagine a new program that has never been seen before in terms of the AgSTEM, brand new building and so forth. That's going to generate some interest.
Absolutely. And we're closer
That's right.
than Nonawag. We're
That's right.
definitely closer. And it's going to be a shiny, brand new building.
That's
with
right.
a new program, and the Equine Center is going to be state-of-the-art. So we're very excited about it.
We sure are.
We really believe it's a win-win for not only Chippewa and our students, but also for the 3 communities. It will allow more people to be aware of what's going on in Bridgewater, Roxbury, and Washington.
That's right.
Hopefully it will attract young families who say, look at this great school, and let's move in there. And we're really excited about it. So,
Not to mention more students on our sports teams, more artists, more
That's right.
musicians. These students will be, they'll be Spartans.
exactly. And they'll interact with our student body.
That's right.
And we need that.
We sure do.
We need more diversity and more kids in the building. So, yeah, so we're very excited. We want to just let everyone out there know that really this is just the first of many, many shows and different ways you can learn about the Ag Science program. Again, if you're interested and you have questions, contact me, contact Kim, visit our
Sure.
website. You are watching our TV station from the back of Chippewa, which is another highlight of our school, run by Karen Files and Leah Principe back there. Keep watching, and we'll see you soon. And remember to practice an attitude of gratitude. Thank you very much.
Thank you.